Today on Beyond. C. Thomas Howell gained fame in The Outsiders and as the star of Soul Man, but there's something missing in his life.
He was like a brother. He was my brother.
Will James be able to contact his long-lost friend? But first,
I thought we were going to be together forever, and he took his life, and it was a short time.
1 week after their wedding, Juanita's husband shot and killed himself in their new home.
He locked me out of the house when we got home, and I was knocking on the door, and I believe he was writing a suicide note during the time that I was trying to get in, and I heard the gunshot go off.
The death of her husband has turned her life upside down and left her with nothing but questions and heartache.
I've lost our home. I've lost my job. I started drinking, and I don't drink. And I started smoking. I don't smoke. I've just lost a lot of weight and didn't care about anything, my bills. I just didn't care. I would like James to help me have some closure and to heal me because it hurts.
Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Hi, Juanita. Hi, sweetie. I'm James. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
I hope I can help you. Your husband passed over and you want to try to reach him, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we can do for you, okay?
Yes.
First of all, I want to tell you there's a man standing behind you. I feel it's like a father figure, though. I don't feel it's your husband yet, but I'm getting a very strong person and he's taller. He's taller. Well, Lenny was taller than me, but this man is tall. And he's coming in here and he's talking about, I don't know if he owned his own business at one time, or owned his own type of work, did his own type of work.
Probably his own type of work.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. He's talking to me about going to junkyards sometimes. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
What does that mean? I don't know. He's just showing like junkyards and going there. I know it's him that would do that. With
Yes.
you as a kid or something, or you would know him.
Him doing it.
He would collect things at junkyards or something. Okay. I was like, what are you showing this for? And he's like, no, this is what I used to do. And he's very methodical as he's speaking to me. Very methodical. He's a very nice man. He's a nice man. When I tune into his energy, he's very, very nice. He is also the result of being too nice sometimes. And people take advantage of that. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
And this is what he's talking to me about. You are such a sweetheart, and you don't see it for yourself. You know what? You're a person who is like your father in many respects, and you've been the doormat. You've been the doormat for people. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know. And you take it and take it and take it, and you've had a hard time standing up to
Yes,
people
that's
throughout
true.
your whole life, okay? And your dad was the same way, okay? And you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that anymore, right?
Okay.
You don't have to do that anymore. This man that passes over, he's a very perplexed individual, and he feels embarrassed. He comes here and he feels very embarrassed, okay?
Okay.
And he's crying. He's
Is it my
crying.
husband?
Yeah. He's right here. He's crying. And does he have a brother?
Yes.
Okay. And do you talk to his brother, or?
No, not very often.
But would you please talk to his brother? Because he wants you to tell him, I'm sorry. He said, I have to let my brother know I'm sorry. Whatever that means, okay? There's a connection there. Yes, I understand that. Were you going to be married, or had you just finished being married?
We were just married a week before he died.
Okay, because there are people who, he's telling me, around this marriage situation, there are people who did not want it to happen, and they didn't think you should do it. Does it make sense to you?
No. No.
Okay, who didn't want him to be involved with you or something like that?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know,
I
but he's
don't
telling me that there are people that were against something against it. I know this was at his own hands, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to go into details with it because I don't want to go there, but because it's pretty brutal. It's a brutal way of
Yes.
doing this, and I
I
don't want to.
found him.
I know, and it's very brutal.
I was there.
I know. And it was in the home, was it then?
Yes.
The bedroom or something?
Yes.
Yeah. I know you don't live there anymore. You wanted to get out of there, and that was the smartest thing to do. He feels stupid. He feels really stupid for doing what he did. Oh my God. And he keeps on telling me that it was not your fault. Stop blaming yourself. Because you've been blaming yourself over and over and over again.
Yes, I have.
I know you have. You've got to stop it. It was not your fault. You did not cause this. You did not cause this. Was there a letter with him? He left
Yes,
a
he
letter. Was
left-
it in the bedroom also?
No,
letter
it was
in
on the kitchen.
Okay, kitchen table.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this guy, he's regretful now, and suicide is not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. And he keeps on saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He wanted to work things out, and he didn't have the courage. He keeps on saying, he didn't have the courage. I also think there was he's going on about either there was stopped work, or there was work stopped, or there was some change in his work, the routine or something.
He was working more hours.
Okay, because he
In the
said it
weekends.
drained him. It's something about that, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna leave you with that.
Okay.
All right, sweetie?
All right, thank you.
God bless. Were you going to be married, or had you just finished being married?
That was he and I, yes. We got married on my birthday the weekend before. So we were married just
So you were
1 week.
married for just 1 week?
1 week, yes.
And you had no, was he depressed? Did you see any clues that he might do something like this?
No, he's very happy all the time. We had gone to the fair and had a barbecue and had friends over swimming. We had a good time. Everything was fine. We had came home later on that night around 11:30, and he had locked me outside. And I was trying to get in, and I believe at that time he was writing his suicide note. And I heard the gun go off, and I kicked the door open, and I found him on the bedroom floor.
No, you didn't expect anything? Did you
No.
guys have a fight at the barbecue?
No.
At the fair?
No, everything was fine. We just had taken a picture at the fair an hour prior to him committing suicide.
Was there a letter with him?
This is the suicide note he left me on the kitchen table.
Now, do you usually bring this, or did you bring this here today specifically, hoping to
Yes,
get a reading?
yes,
And
I
okay,
did.
can you tell us what it says?
I am sorry to Mark. I love you, man. Pete and Mom, thanks for being there for me. All the homies, I love you all. Anyone I've missed, sorry. Love Brian, Rowena. P.S. Give all my valuable stuff to my brother Pete.
And there's no mention of you.
Right? Right. And it bothered me, it's been bothering me since this has happened because I don't know why he didn't mention me or say goodbye or anything. Because he was happy, we were having a good time that day, and then now he's gone.
And he keeps on telling me it was not your fault. Stop blaming yourself.
I was blaming myself a lot through this whole time. It's been 2 years now, and now that I came here, I feel a lot better.
Do you?
Yes.
Still to come,
Your mother is raising her hand. She goes, no, no, no.
her late mother is furious. Can James tell her why? Plus, C. Thomas Howell of Soul Man fame gets a blast from the past.
Wait, that's very interesting. Did you just say
Matchbox cars.
he collected them?
What other childhood memories will James roll out? Find out next on Beyond.
Of all the celebrities I've ever had a chance to read, C. Thomas Howell is one of the most down-to-earth ones I've ever met. He asked me if I could connect with his grandfather and a childhood friend. Here's what happened.
I would love it if James could connect with my friend Leo. He passed away in '86. I believe he was 18. Car accident. I mean, he was like a brother. He was my brother, you know, and when I lost him, it was devastating. My grandfather passed away a little less than a year ago, and I was very close to my grandfather. And he was an amazing man. He was a skeptic. And I am hoping there's a connection today with him to see how he feels now.
Thank you very much for
Thank you
coming
very
and,
much.
and
I appreciate
joining me
it.
here.
My
and
pleasure.
We'll see what happens with you. I know you want to contact your grandparents if that you can, and you said a friend of yours passed over. First of all, let me just tell you, as I tune into you and the energies that are around you, there's a man standing off to your right side here who is connected to you, and it would be a friend type of level with you, and I almost feel like a brother, okay? It feels like a brotherly type of feeling. Something about a car, and I don't know what it means, and I'm asking him to speak up about a car.
My friend passed away in a car.
Passed away in a car, okay. It was a car accident?
It was a
or
car
someplace?
accident.
Okay. Because he showed me a car.
Okay.
And I would say to you, it's either a tree or a telephone pole that he goes into. I will tell you, though, there's some emotional thing happens to him before this accident, okay? There's either an emotional fight, there's an emotional problem with someone, there's something where he was not thinking straight, he said, because I must tell you, he didn't mean to do this, all right? And he's sorry it was done. I don't know if you collect crystals or little glass.
Yes.
Understand this?
Yes.
Because he is giving you a crystal
Excellent.
for your collection.
That makes sense.
Okay, good. I like that room that you go to by yourself.
Okay.
Because he comes and meditates with you.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I like the cars that go fast. He's telling me.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if he collected cars that went fast, like Matchbox cars or something here. And
Wait. That's very interesting. Did you just say
Matchbox cars.
he collected them?
Did he collect Matchbox cars?
That's what we did when we were kids.
Oh, could that be something you know about with him?
Correct. This was before Nintendo.
This might sound really weird. He's talking to me about pets when you were young kids.
Yeah.
And also burying pets.
Yes.
Like a little pet cemetery.
We have shared that experience together with pets when we were children. This is very interesting, but his dog of many years was in the car with him when he passed, and the dog passed with him.
Okay. I also see a nice picture of him, which you have of him. And I like the frame you have it in, and he's very happy that you did that.
Beautiful. It hangs on my family photo wall. He's the only one that's not actually family, and I walk by it daily.
Yeah, it's in the center.
Yes.
He loves you very much, and it's good that you have him there with you. You know, you lived a little bit of time in New York, did you?
Correct.
Because there's a man here who's a spiritual teacher of yours. He wants me to tell you that he remembers you and you calling him up and asking him for advice.
Correct.
And there's an F in his name. I don't know, but there's an F in the name somewhere.
His name's Frederick.
There you go. And he is also very interesting, opening up a bag like it's a velvet bag, and he's pulling out charms to give you.
Beautiful.
That's what he's giving to you.
Beautiful.
And emeralds, a lot of emeralds. Now, you look.
And that's what he gave me, that emerald there.
He's talking to me also about the other relatives in your family who you wish to speak to, but he said they won't come close. Your grandfather especially, he's looking at this like, well, I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about this. I will tell you that the love that they have for you is very strong, really, really strong. And I feel almost like your grandfather was more of a father. I really do, in some ways. Okay, Tom?
Thank you very much, sir. Amazing.
You're very
I really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're
It's
very
beautiful.
welcome. There's a man standing off to your right side here who is connected to you, and it would be a friend. They almost feel like a brother, okay? It feels like a brotherly type of feeling.
James was spot on when you mentioned the fact that I had a picture of my friend hanging in the center of this wall of family photos, and he's the only photograph I have on the wall that isn't directly related to me or my wife.
I like the cars that go fast, like Matchbox cars or something here.
The Matchbox quote from James is really what allowed me to know that this was the person, this was Leo, because that's the only person I had that connection with. The fact that he fed that line to me just made me know for sure, okay, this is the guy.
Opening up a bag like it's a velvet bag, and he's pulling out charms to give you.
He prescribed some gemstones to me. They were from him, it was a gift, and I made this ring, and I've worn it for the past, 15, 16 years. As possibly anticipated on my behalf, my grandparents did not come through as strongly as I had hoped. Again, they were both skeptics, and my grandfather, who sort of showed up today and kind of said, I'm not participating, made perfect sense, because that's exactly who he was. The inspiration that James has been able to give me is what's important. I didn't expect to come here and be fed that inspiration to go home and do something that I've been dreaming about that can make a difference and affect other people, and that's really powerful.
Next,
He dies away from the house. I don't know if he was killed. I'm not sure, but it feels like, do you understand this? Okay.
she never knew exactly how her father died, but she'll find out next. On Beyond.
Is there someone here who lost a parent, I think it's both parents, I'm not sure, who lived in Florida? Okay, no, I'm not sure where I am here. Your father passed over too? I'm going here. I'm going here. Sorry, I have to go here. It's right here. It's both parents in Florida. Who's this lady here?
This is my stepmother.
Okay, would you mind standing too? Your father's passed over as well. There's a man standing right behind you, okay? Well, who's the man behind you? Who raised you?
My parent, my mother and father, but
Okay, did your father pass over or stepfather?
no, her father was my fiance. And he
Oh, I'm
passed.
sorry. Okay, so it's your dad who's related to you. Okay. Well, he's here, but your mother also is here because
Yes.
your mother's on this side, your father's on this side,
Yes.
and he's connected to you too. So sorry, I'm not sure how it worked. Is there an animal that also passed?
Yes.
Did the animal have cancer or blood problem?
And a dog.
A dog.
He had
Was there a cyst or something? You understand
a
that?
tumor in his abdomen, and I had to have him put to sleep, and it just about killed me. That was Eric's dog. And
Well, let me tell you, the dog had cancer. Because you understand that. They told you that. Thank you.
yes.
The dog's here. The dog's with this man. Was that his dog?
Yes, it was. It was.
Okay. Well, the dog is here with his owner. So I got to tell you that. And the dog is giving love to you as well. Okay? I see his throat was affected in some way here before he passes over. I feel like I can't speak or I can't communicate. Understand that? Because he can't communicate before he passes, he's telling me. I feel he had a hard time. Do you understand this?
We don't have any real good details.
Okay. Well, let me tell you that this man cannot express himself before he passes. Okay? He just can't. He can't. I feel he died away from the house or somehow, and he dies away from the house. I don't know if he was killed. I'm not sure, but it feels like. Do you understand this? Okay.
Yes.
As long as you understand it, because I hear you. It's at the hands of someone else. Okay? And that's how he's putting it.
Yes.
I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. Got you, Dad. Your mother's very proud of you, and your mother wants to thank you for helping her. Okay? I don't know if you moved her in or you helped her with that. And she was unstable at one point. I think she's also talking about being on medications at one point. I also think her heart was weak. I do.
Yes.
I think her heart was weak, and I think that there was a procedure they wanted to do where they talked about doing something, or they actually did something. Okay? I know, do you have a son also who's living?
Yes.
Okay? I don't know if he works around legal things at all, or if he's going through a legal thing right now.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, he is, isn't he? Okay. Well, your family is trying to help it, but I don't like it when it's involved in the family. Your mother is raising her hand. She goes, no, no, no. So I don't know if there's possessions involved here or there's money involved here. Something is not right. Please tell your brother to get it straight. You understand this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave you with that. God bless you.
Thank you.
I feel he died away from the house or somehow.
James said your father died away from home. How did he die?
He was in the National Guard. He was in Florida for his last 2-week session before he retired.
Yeah.
Their flight home crashed in Georgia.
The dog's with this man. Was that his dog?
I was a little bit surprised by the dog, but Mike was Eric's dog, and 2 months after Eric died, he just quit eating, so I just assumed he missed Eric. So when I took him to the vet, he had a big growth in his abdomen, and I just chose not to bring him home because he was suffering so much. And the last thing I said to Mike was, go see Eric. And so I guess he did, literally.
Your mother's very proud of you.
Did you want to say something? If you could say something to her, what would you say?
That I love her and I miss her every single day. She was my very best friend.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
James, I'm thinking about the C. Thomas Howell's piece. Great piece, by the way. He talked about being very inspired by the reading to do something. What is that?
A great guy. I really loved meeting him. After the reading, he called our producers and he said, you know what, this reading really inspired me so much. I always had a dream to start a children's shelter. And he's going to do that now. So he wants to thank us for inspiring him to do that.
Oh, and he
So it's
still looks
great.
like such a cutie.
And he's such a nice guy, really wonderful spiritual person, I must say. Going to help a lot of people.
Another thing I noticed in the reading was you talked about the spirit being skeptical, his grandfather. In fact,
Right.
C. Thomas agreed with you, his grandfather was very skeptical. How could a spirit be skeptical? Don't they know what's going on the other side?
You know, it's just like people walking like here on the earth that are blind about things. Just like the same way you are here, you pass over that same mindset. So if he didn't necessarily believe, he won't necessarily believe there. It's kind of bizarre, but they're limited there too if they don't open themselves up.
That is very bizarre, you're right.
Very bizarre. Well, we'll think about that one until next time. See you next time. Thank you very much.